Listen, the first episode had me feeling one way, but the next two has totally changed my views and thoughts on everyone. I can't keep up, but I'll try. Getting into episode 2, Ty, Cheryl, and Amanda is hanging out recapping Ty's party, and Cheryl brought up that she wasn't expecting to see the girl Becky there. And Ty was like, well, me either. So Becky wasn't really invited to the party, but Brianna brought Becky because she felt some type of way about Ty bringing Cheryl to her girls' night out get together. But Ty told Brianna about Cheryl, and Brianna so nasty she didn't even give Ty a heads up about Becky. But Brianna was clearly trying to be petty, and she wanted to start some mess with Jordan, Becky, and PJ. But ain't nothing go down between them, child. They squashed their little situation. So Amanda brought up how she saw Bree and Jordan all posted up. And granted, they was, but then again, it didn't seem like Bree wanted to be around him because every chance she got, she was trying to slip away from him. So it's me over here thinking that, okay, well, maybe Bree don't want to be with Jordan, especially after she laughed at the sound of his name when Ty brought him up at the girls' night out. But child, Bree so flawed, it's ridiculous. So Ty told Amanda and Cheryl that Brianna don't need to take Jordan seriously because she knows how he is. And he is the type to, try to play the field, which can be very much true, but he was acting very clingy with Brianna at that party. So after seeing Cheryl and Amanda, Ty ended up going out with Bree, and they had a conversation about the whole situation she was going through with Jordan. And Ty asked Bree, do she see a future with Jordan? And this girl said she don't know. She just want to flirt with him. Like, she don't really know if she like him or not. Okay. But yeah, they're about to go to Palm Springs, and that's going to tell us everything we need to know. But before we get there, let's talk about these boys and the conversation they are having about this little love square of Jordan, PJ, Brianna, and the girl Becky. Now, the whole situation is just so weird. But Jordan broke it down in his own way and basically said that some things went on between him and Becky. Like, some things transpired. Now, let me just say, Jordan is so corny and cheesy to me. Like, he just gives me want to be a playboy so bad, but he ain't really hitting on nothing. And he probably got girls falling over him because he got money, but a real boss bitch will see right past that. Because he's so corny. He's so corny. But anyways, he was like, something transpired between him and Becky when he could have just said they had sex. And after them having sex, they were just cool, like homies. Which I figured that's what it was. But the thing is, Becky was trying to keep it on a hush and not tell PJ. But I mean, what is there to tell? Shit, it clearly was a hit and quit it situation. So she probably felt like it wasn't even relevant enough to bring up. But then again, they are all in the same friend circle. So she could have said something. Plus, she said she was feeling Jordan a little bit, so she was trying to hide it. Now that I already sit back and think about it. But let's move on to this Palm Springs trip they are all going on for Amanda's birthday celebration because, baby, this is where everything pops off and goes left, okay? So the first ones to arrive at the house they are staying at is Amanda, Ty, and their boyfriends, which is expected since Ty is the planner for the trip and it's Amanda's birthday. But I guess it was a certain time they wanted everybody there. But of course, black folk, men black folk, everyone arrived at different times. And Amanda was so upset about that. Like, girl, please chill out. Some people is on the way. It's your birthday. You should be turned upside down on your ass, not even worrying about them. So, girl, let it go. So pressed. But not too long after, everyone started pulling up around the same time, and the last one to arrive was PJ. And y'all, this fool had the nerve to pull up in a McLaren. Like, what? And all the guys was gassing him, so he was hella feeling himself. But I was just so confused because he around here driving around in a broke down Honda that's on his last leg, but renting out an expensive car for a 2-day weekend trip. Somebody make it make sense, because 2 + 2 ain't equaling the 4 in PJ's world. But ain't none of my business. All I know is I don't want to hear him complaining about he don't got no money if he flogging like that. If he flogging like that for a weekend, I don't want to hear throughout the rest of the show that he don't got no money or he's struggling with something. I don't want to hear it. I don't. Now, while the boys over there hyping him up, the girls are just confused on why he felt the need to do so much for this trip. So they were pressed about that. And granted, he was doing too much, but they were overly upset. Like, they overdid their upsetness. But to add fuel to the fire, he brought a random girl on the trip that no one even knew. And this is where all the problems started. Everything started. Now, I won't lie. The girl he brought was nice and she was friendly when she got out the car. And you can tell she was prepared for the awkwardness of her being some random showing up to someone else's weekend celebration. So, you know, she brought flowers for Amanda. And then she went around speaking and saying hi to everyone. But the girls was already acting snobby and mean girlish to her as if she was the problem. Huh? So Amanda asked PJ why he brought some random girl to her event. And this fool had the nerve to say he didn't know it was going to be a problem. He said that for real. And I'm like, you can't be that damn dense to not know it was going to be a problem. And the thing is, he knew it was going to be a problem because he did not let anyone know. Like, who does that? I do think Myami, that's the random girl name, her name Myami. But I do think Myami should have made sure she was welcome. But then again, she ain't the problem. PJ is the problem. So to try to ease the situation out of awkwardness and pettiness, Ty put Myami to the side to have a conversation with her. Now, I thought Myami didn't know nobody, but she did know Ty and she knew Cheryl. So as Ty knowing Myami, she pulled her to the side to see where her head was at with the whole situation and to make sure Myami wasn't there to start drama. But my thing is, why did anyone believe or even think that she was there to start drama when everyone was in a good place based off of the last episode? So if anything, I wouldn't have thought that she was there to start drama. I would have thought PJ was trying to start something and Myami probably was going to get caught in the middle since she just a random guest that don't really know what's going on, quote unquote. But anyways, Myami let it be known, like, she ain't really there for no drama. She there to have fun too. Like, that's all it is. So it was all good until Becky wanna be the mean girl, but really she the jealous ass girl, slickly and shadily asked was Myami staying the night. But she said it to Cheryl and Amanda, but her ass didn't know that Myami heard her. So Myami asked her, did she have anything she wanted to say to her face to face? But Becky ass couldn't cash that check that she wrote because as soon as Myami stepped to her about the situation, she quickly backpedaled and said she didn't say anything, as if her ass don't got on the whole mic and we ain't hear her. Baby, we caught you in 4K, as the Twitter feed people say. Miss Girl wanted to play big and bad, but she couldn't stand 10 toes in the things she was saying about Myami. And that right there is what I don't like, because we all know that Becky likes PJ. So she's already creating this fake beef with Myami when she needs to be directing the energy to PJ. Like, where's your sense? Because at this point, you're not giving what you think you're giving. Now, what I will say about Miss Myami, honey, is she was holding her own. And I love that for her because, if we are being honest, PJ is a punk ass nigga. Because if he was going to bring that girl into unwanted territory, he should have had her back. Or at least been trying to defuse the animosity that was going around in the room, because it was definitely noticeable. And it was mainly coming from Becky, the girl that he's been talking to. So he could have easily calmed everyone down, but he chose to stay away and ignore everything, which allowed everything to build up even more. But Becky was really, truly, honestly, just getting on my nerves. She just kept talking about Myami being there and making it seem like Myami was pressing her for no reason, when we know that you are the one worrying about her. Like, girl, it's just so aggravating because her energy spilled over to everyone else and had everyone else not liking Myami being there. And because Ty was the one who knew her, they was coming at Ty for defending her, which had Ty crying. And it's like, Ty, girl, is your period on? Because why is you crying? Like, it was no need for you to cry. Literally no need. Granted, this wasn't the first time we seen Ty crying. So maybe she's just an emotional, sensitive person. But the cry in this situation was just, it was not needed, for real. If anything, someone needed to curse Becky and Brie out and tell them to shut up, but sadly they didn't. I didn't get that satisfaction. So finally, we get to a place where PJ is having a conversation with Becky. Honestly, I can't keep calling her Becky, so let's go with her government name, Rebecca. So PJ and Rebecca is having a conversation, and PJ is like, oh, he is checking in on her because she hasn't been speaking to him, and he wanted to know how she was feeling. Like, boy, please. You know exactly how she is feeling, but since you want to play the, Dodo Bird role, fine. Let's go there. So Rebecca told him it's weird that he pulled up with Myami, and he said, well, that's his friend, and she's cool, nothing more, nothing less. So Rebecca was like, well, you know I was want to be here, and you know I got feelings for you. And PJ got quiet and then brought up how Becky rode down with Jordan. He really tried to flip the situation on Rebecca as if she did something wrong to him, and tried to equate what he did by bringing Myami is the same as her riding with Jordan, and it's not. First off, Rebecca rode down with Jordan because Brianna wanted to ride down with Jordan, and Brianna was Rebecca's, travel buddy, road buddy. Rebecca didn't even know until last minute, and regardless of the fact, it was already established and squashed that Rebecca and Jordan was nothing but a hit it and quit it situation. They don't even got no feelings for each other. And Jordan and Brie are now things, so for PJ to even bring that up proves how immature he is and how he cannot take accountability for his own actions. So he gotta blame everybody else. I was just over the entire conversation, honestly, because it did not end nowhere. But Rebecca telling PJ to keep Myami away from her as if that girl was trying to attack her. But please, let that narrative go, girl. Oh, and another thing. Rebecca felt the need to disrespect Myami, the actual city. And I was like, wait, hold up. Let's not get besides ourselves, because I did feel some type of way about that, because I am really born and raised from Miami. So a real Miamian would have been slapped Rebecca. So the fact that she felt the need to disrespect Myami because she got beef with a girl named Myami is just too funny and too childish. But don't ever feel the need to disrespect my city. And speaking of city, Rebecca's so damn dumb and dense, she called Myami a damn state. God. Jesus, these people. It's so funny because Rebecca is so desperate for PJ's attention, and he is a whole joke. So after their little conversation, Rebecca wanted PJ to stay or sleep over with her. But he said he was going to his room where he was closer to Myami, but they didn't. They were not sleeping together. Like, they were not sleeping in the same room. But Rebecca's feelings was so hurt because he made her think that they were sleeping together. Poor Tink Tink. He really trying her, and it's like, she letting him. But anyways, let's get into Myami real quick, because Sus had to check PJ, because I think she's just fed up with him and how he's handling the situation in a weird energy that is getting thrown at her, because it should be thrown at him. She told him that she feels some type of way having everyone think that she is his bitch and they're together, and that's not even the case. And she told him that he needs to have a deeper conversation with Rebecca about where they stand, so she ain't out there throwing unnecessary shots. But clearly, PJ was using Myami to get under Rebecca's skin for no... I don't even know why he was trying to make Rebecca feel some type of way, because after Ty's party, they were all on good terms. So we don't even know where this is even stemming from. Like, why he felt the need to make Rebecca feel some type of way, or make her think that he is with some other girl. That is what I need some understanding. Oh, I think Peter is trying to put out there that he is this big player, and clearly he ain't. And it's like, what? So now that all of these conversations are being had, it seems as if everything, has calmed down, because PJ was back flirting more with Rebecca, and she was happy about that child. And of course, Myami wasn't really caring, because they wasn't a thing. Like, that girl wanted a free trip. So it was good, while it lasted, until it was time for the all-white dinner, and all hell broke loose again. Now, first thing first, it was already some feelings towards Myami from Amanda because she felt that if Myami was going to be in uninvited guests, the least she could do or better do is have on all white for the all white dinner. Like, Amanda was stressed and pressed about that. And Myami came through with the all white, which is so funny because PJ told her about the all white outfit, but PJ couldn't tell anybody else that she was even coming. So everyone was expressing their highlights of the weekend, and Amanda busted out and asked PJ how his experience was going with his special guest Myami. And that was just so random and odd to be asking, first of all. Like, why are you even putting that energy on that? Like, when you should be making a whole day and dinner about you, because it's your birthday. It should be your moment. That was real strange. But PJ was like, everything was cool. They are enjoying themselves. They're having a good time. Now tell me why Jelly Becky gonna repeat him saying, oh, you're having a good time, trying to be sarcastic. And it's like, whoa, what is the problem? I don't get it. Like, did PJ smash and you just can't, like, let up? Like, what is it? So Myami caught the shade and decided to pull Rebecca to the side for a conversation. Now, before we get into that, we got to talk about Brianna and Jordan. So, y'all, these two has been cozied up and booed up all weekend. Ain't been no secret about it. And if that was the type of vibes they were trying to put out, then cool. But while they was at the dinner, Jordan texted Brianna on the side and told her to chill off the PDA in front of everybody. Like, nigga, what? See, these are the type of games I don't play. He was the one all up on her, and all she was doing was embracing it. He has definitely been a clean one out of both of them. So for him to text that to her was just, what? And on top of that, this was not the first time he has been up on her. But the thing is, he only likes to show that type of affection to her when he feels like no one is watching. And I think the only reason he's saying something this time is because Amanda Loudmouth ass brought attention to them and he wanted Brianna to fall back. So she got up and she walked away and was about to cry, child. Girl, what? I thought you was, bossed up. And you wasn't, trying to rush into anything. You was just flirting with him, like, cause he, you flirting with him. Girl, bye. These girls be too weak for me because they all were hyped up on Myami when she came to the house, but none of them had that same energy for these niggas that are trying them. Like, what? It's getting pathetic. And speaking of pathetic, let's talk about Myami and Rebecca conversation. So Myami said she wanted to, have the conversation with Rebecca because she felt the animosity as soon as she was introduced to everybody. And she wanted to, clear the air. And Rebecca tried to use the excuse of her being Amanda's friend and not knowing that Myami was coming was the reason for her acting the way she did towards Myami. But we all know that is a lie because when she had a conversation with PJ, she said she felt some type of way about Myami being there. So I call BS. I do. And Myami said, well, if I was a dude, none of y'all would have even felt no type of way about me being here. And she is right. If PJ brought another guy there, the boys would have been cool with him, clapping him up and stuff. And the girls just would have been like, hi, how are you doing? The energy definitely would have been different. So Rebecca was like, so y'all homies? Like, y'all just friends? And Myami's like, yeah, we're just friends. So Myami also told Rebecca that PJ told her that there was somebody in the house that he was talking to, but he only said her name was Becky. He never showed the picture. She never knew how she looked. Myami said the only reason why she knew who PJ was talking about is because the way that Rebecca was acting towards Myami. And she was basically the main one having issues with Myami being there. And it's like, Becky really tried to come hard as if she's that girl and trying to read Myami. And it was just so funny seeing her try because it was just not hitting at all. Like, Rebecca made herself look like a hater from the jump. So everything she was throwing out to Myami was invalid and inexcusable. And she had the audacity to say that when that girl came, she had bad energy, which was false. Myami came there happy and greeting everyone, and it was y'all, all the girls, being real standoffish and mean girlish to her. And to make matters worse, Amanda came in validating And backing up, Rebecca agreeing that Myami came in with some weird energy, but Amanda a damn lie, and she knows it because before Myami even got out the car, it was them two and PJ, and Myami got out and gave Amanda flowers in a hug. So if that ain't energy, that is like, hey girl, hey, I know I don't even supposed to be here, but nice to meet you, here's flowers. If that ain't nice energy, then what? Like, let's be for real. She did not come to their house on some popping off shit. And that's what they wanted from her. And she gave the total opposite until she was put in a position where she had to defend herself. I can't believe Amanda said that lie though. Like, I can't believe that. And then she gonna say that if she was put into the same situation as Myami, that she wouldn't have popped up to someone's event that she didn't know. And see, that's what I can't rock with, because people pop up to other people's events all the time. Is it right? No, but it's debatable. So Amanda's feelings about the situation is valid because yes, you don't know her, but she's there now. And once you speak with someone to feel out their vibes and realize they good, then you will, move accordingly, which would be to act like them being there isn't even a problem anymore, because it's not. But y'all acting like the girl came there ready to fight and still. Like, oh my God. The energy that they gave Myami was dead ass wrong. PJ honestly was the one wrong in this situation because we never found out if he told Myami if they knew she was coming or not. That is the big issue. Because just like they didn't know Myami was coming, she could have not known that they weren't aware. So they were dead wrong, and for them to overtalk her and not hear her out because they were in their feelings was lame as hell on their part. Then PJ went over there to where the girls was talking, having a conversation, which he should have been there because he is the problem once again. I'm gonna keep saying it. This fool was trying to be a fake ass peacemaker when all the heat should have been on him. And then he had the nerve to flip on Myami and make her the problem. Like, wait, you brought me here. You put me in this situation. You didn't communicate with anyone. You had me looking stupid. And now you're gonna try to play victim and not take no accountability and put everything on me? One thing about it, Myami is way better than me, because I would have started swinging on everybody, because at this point, I don't feel safe. Everybody flip-flopping, everybody being weird, everybody got this hostile animosity against me. I don't trust nobody. Who want to go first? Who want to go? Because what? No. But this is why you do not show up to people events that you don't know. Yeah, Myami not in fault, but she should have never put herself in a predicament with a bum ass dude like PJ that had her unsafe, because now she's all alone and he trying to run after some kitty cat. So once that cringe-worthy argument was over, PJ went on to cuddle up under Rebecca. Girl, like a whole fool, because she let him. It's like Rebecca be popping out the mouth for all that rah-rah, but at the end of the day, she's a weak, insecure girl, because what? How are you so forgiving of PJ when he was the one who played you? Like, how does that even make sense? Like, it's giving desperate. But anyways, after all the things that went down, we knew where everyone stood, which was Jordan and Bree's situation was over because she left with Ty and her boyfriend, even though she rolled up with Jordan. Myami didn't even stay the rest of the night, as she shouldn't. So she left that same night after the whole argument. And I would have too, because everything too sketchy right now. So she got the hell up out of Dodge. And Rebecca rolled back home with PJ in a McLaren. So, her pick-me ass was happy as hell. I don't know. But these last 2 episodes gave me a whole headache. And it's just too much back and forth. And too much inconsistency. And I don't like that. But one thing about it, I'm going to keep on watching. So with that being said, y'all already know what it is. Go down below and comment your thoughts on this new series so far. Like, tell me how y'all feel. Like this video, and last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the Queendom, baby.